Hey friends, I am so excited to finally be doing a tutorial for y'all on how I have been wearing my wavy hair. If you noticed, I am in the shower. It's a little weird, but the majority of this hair routine is done in the shower, so I thought this would be the best way to show you. So, I'm going to get started by shampooing my hair. Normally I don't shampoo upside down, but because I'm doing it this way, I'm trying to get wet, my head's going to be upside down. The rest of the routine is basically upside down. So I'm going to start with my hair food tea tree and lavender water purifying shampoo. I'm going to do that. I normally shampoo twice, but because y'all are watching, I'm only going to do it once. So I'm just going to turn the water on. Try my best not to get soaking wet. I'm only shampooing my roots, just so I can get the oil and the buildup off my roots, and so that way I don't get the rest of my hair. I normally try to shampoo my scalp and then condition the rest. Alright, so I've got all of the shampoo out now. So now I'm going to do my conditioner. And the conditioner is the most important part. You're going to scrunch it in. It's called squish to condition. I'll show you. Alright, I'm just using my Garnier Fructis Smoothing Treat Conditioner. It's a good size amount. And you want to saturate your hair. Because eventually I'm going to use my brush to detangle, so you want to get as much in there as you can. Alright, and now I am just going to detangle. Okay, so if I were taking a normal shower right now, I would wrap my hair on top of my head and clip it while I finish my shower and then let it down. Because I'm not doing that right now, I'm just going to go ahead and finish. So now that I've brushed it out, I'm just going to continue this squish to condition method as I add water. It's going to make a really squishy noise, and that's exactly what you want to hear. And then instead of rinsing the conditioner out with water, you want to just get as much of it out by scrunching the water in your hair in addition to the conditioner. So like this. Okay, I think most of the conditioner is out of my hair now. It's always okay if you leave a little bit in, just because it gives you more moisture anyway. So I'm just going to keep scrunching it and just get as much of the water out of it as I can. Okay, so most of the dripping water is out now, so I'm going to go ahead and apply my leave-in conditioner and my gel. Some people do this when their hair is soaking wet, but I feel like mine does a little bit better if I've already gotten some of the water out of it first. So first I'm using the Shea Moisture Extra Moisture Detangler leave-in conditioner. I'm just going to use a small dime size amount. And the method I'm going to use is called praying hands. So instead of raking your fingers through your hair, you just gently smooth it on like this. And then go back to squishing once you've got it all in. I hope you can hear that noise it's making. That's good. Alright, so my conditioner is in. Last step is the gel. So you can use any kind of gel. I have been using the Aussie Instant Freeze Gel. This is like a couple of dollars. You can buy it at Walmart, Target. It's great. And I use a decent amount of it. Use the praying hands method to glaze it all over my hair and then just scrunch it in. Okay, almost ready to come back up, but not yet. Your back and neck start to hurt a little bit whenever you're bent over like this for so long. So the last thing I'm going to do is start to dry my hair just a little bit with a t-shirt. So you don't want to use a towel because it can make your hair really frizzy. There's a whole method called the plop method where you wear it on top of your head for a while, and I do that a lot. But for this video, I'm not going to go into that. I'm just going to show you how I continue scrunching with this t-shirt just to get a little bit extra water out. Okay, now you can finally come back up. Alright, this is always a little crazy looking. So I just kind of shake my head a little bit to kind of find my natural part. Normally it doesn't look great while it's in this stage. I will a lot of times use like a little clip and clip it back just to keep it out of my face. Let it stay like this for like an hour or two. Let it air dry a little bit and then I'll diffuse. So I'm going to go let it air dry and then I will be back to show you guys what I do next. Okay, so I have let my hair air dry for a couple of hours. I put some clips in it just to kind of get it out of my face to keep it from drying like all in my face. So I'm just gonna let these out and I am gonna diffuse. So this is my Conair Infiniti Pro hair dryer and diffuser that I have been using. I really like this a lot. So yeah, there's a lot of different techniques to diffusing, but I just get kind of lazy and just do whatever's fastest. But they say it's good not to use high heat or the high setting, so it's better to use like medium heat, medium setting. I'm gonna use high setting, I'm gonna use high setting but medium heat just so I can get this show on the road. I try to start with my roots first just to kind of get a little bit of volume and lift, and then I come back to do my ends. So I'm just gonna be all over the place. I'll speed this up so you don't have to watch all of this. It takes a good like 15 minutes or so. Hopefully it won't take too long because my hair is already dried a lot. So here goes. Another quick thing to mention is you really want to try to avoid touching your hair as little as possible until it's completely dry. So like it's a little crazy right now, but I'm trying not to touch it just because I don't want to make any frizz. So from the time you finish putting that gel in until the time your hair is 100% dry, try to touch it as little as you can. Alright, so far I've just kind of been diffusing at my roots, just kind of all over my hair, hover diffusing. So this is what I'm about to do is called pixie diffusing. I don't have the time and patience for it, but it does really help make your curls nice. So what you do with pixie diffusing, a lot of times it's better to have your hair upside down, but you have the hair dryer turned off, you put your hair in, and you bring it all the way up, and you hold it, and you're gonna leave it for a minute or so until that hair gets really nice and dry. And you do that all the way around your whole head. To help prevent frizz and help your clumps dry together a little bit more. I'm gonna do that for a few minutes, but then I get tired of it really easily. Also, when you pixie diffuse like this, it also makes your hair look a little bit shorter, just because this curls spring up. So I'm like probably like, I don't know, 85-90% dry at this point. One way that you can tell, because you don't want to like rake your fingers through your hair, is just kind of by pinching like this. It's called the pinch test. As long as you feel any moisture left in your hair, it's still not completely dry. So I have a little bit longer to go. I'm just going to finish up doing the exact same thing I've been doing, and then I will be back. Okay, so my hair is about 100% dry now. It might be like 98%, but I'm just gonna go with it. It's getting close to my bedtime. So if you don't have a diffuser, it's okay. You can just let your hair air dry, or you can do this overnight and then let it finish in the morning whenever it's more dry. So you don't have to have a diffuser. I personally don't. If I know that I'm gonna go to bed, I won't diffuse it. But I wanted to be able to finish this video for you guys. So I have some pretty good defined curls today. I'm a wavy, not a curly, so I always get a lot of like misshaped, like crazy looking pieces, but I am thankful for what the good Lord gave me on my head, so I just go with it. All right, so the last step is called scrunch out the crunch. So that's where you put all this crunchy gel in your hair, which is not a look that we're going for. Maybe in like 8th grade, but not anymore. The goal is to scrunch out all of that gel that you put in there. Now that your hair is dry, it's formed, it doesn't really need it anymore, so we just scrunch it out to get rid of that crunchy look. So a lot of people use like an oil on their hands, use their bare hands, whatever. I don't have an oil yet, so I'm going to use the next best thing I have. It is a bathrobe that's like a satiny, silky thing. So I'm gonna use that just so I don't get any frizz. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna scrunch my hair the same way that I scrunched in all those products. So here goes. This method, there are so many different things. Like I've showed you, like squish to condish, praying hands, scrunch out the crunch. Like there's so much like terminology that goes with it. So I hope in this video I have given you a good like introduction to the curly girl method and what you need to get started. If you have any questions at all about it, I would love to hear from you. Let me know. Either respond to this video or send me a message. If you're watching on Instagram, follow my page. If you're on YouTube, subscribe to my channel. I would love to hear from you, hear your thoughts. If you have done the curly girl method before, I would love to hear your favorite tips and tricks. And so now I have scrunched out the crunch, so I don't really have many more like gel crunchy pieces, and I am just gonna kind of like, I love volume and I don't have a lot of volume right here. So I'm just gonna turn out my head and just kind of shake out my roots a little bit to fluff them up, and we'll see. You also can use like a pick. I don't have a green one. This is mine. I would say get one that's a little bit wider, but just to kind of, go up in there, lift the hair a little bit. Okay, all right, so here's my big, imperfect, crazy hair. I love it. Yeah, so thanks for watching.